Hotels around the island are preparing themselves for what could place them 2 steps behind their original game plan. The Kensington Hotel in San Roque are quite nervous while they await for the decision of the approval of their CW1 workers.
We have approximately 100 CW workers. Then more than 2/3 will be in danger.
Choi says if the worst news comes where her CW workers will return home, the hotel will have to minimize their services, like closing down some restaurants and not being able to take in all the reservations. At Fiesta Resort and Spa, management also worries about a number of their staff being sent back home and explains what their plans are.
Right now, we have about 32 of our contract workers that are facing possible exits. The contingency plan right now is being put in place by the affected department heads. And so they're responsible for coming up with the contingency plans for their own departments. But of course, that could involve overtime for the staff that are staying behind. And so that would be an additional cost for the hotel. Yeah.
In another hotel, management also expresses how the possibility of losing 27 CW1 workers affects them.
As of now, fortunately, we could have ample time to do communication with USDOL and also as well as the USGIS. But as the all employers concerned, the time is running and we are already in September. So we have their concerns and we are worried about the deadline, which is the end of September. It's of course considerably affects our operation. It's very hard for us to maintain the daily operations. Some are key person of the sections, so it's gonna be hard for us.
Less than half of their 27 employees are under their administration, while the rest are in operations. Management states they might have to reduce overall operations if their permits will not be renewed. KSPN was also able to get an interview with a CW1 worker who is very much worried about her son who has a medical problem.
I might leave the island and go back to Philippines, but the problem is I have a son. If I go back to Philippines and he stay here and no one's gonna be with him, so it really affects me.
She shared with KSPN how going back to her home will affect her son's high school education.
Actually, we just want if they can just give us the extension to stay and work for our family.
This is Sally Limes for KSPN News.